something changed inside you. Not overnight, not in one dramatic moment. Slowly, like rust spreading through metal, like poison moving through veins. The first mark is doubt. You question everything you say before you say it. Every word feels like a test. You might fail. You rehearse conversations in your head for hours, analyzing every possible reaction, every possible consequence, every possible way it could be used against you. This is not caution. This is not wisdom. This is survival mode that never turns off. Your mind became a courtroom where you are always guilty. The jury never rests. The verdict is always the same. Guilty of being too much, guilty of being not enough, guilty of existing in a way that displeases them. You learn to distrust your own thoughts, your own words, your own reality. The second mark is silence. You learn that speaking your truth costs too much, so you swallow your words. You swallow your feelings. You swallow your needs. You swallow yourself, piece by piece, until there is nothing left to say. Your voice became a weapon they used against you. So you disarmed yourself. You stopped sharing your day, stopped expressing your opinions, stopped asking for what you need. Now, even when you are alone, the silence follows you. It sits in your throat like a stone, heavy and permanent. You forgot what it feels like to speak freely, to say what you mean, to mean what you say. The third mark is you scan every room for danger. You read every face for signs of anger. You analyze every tone for hidden meaning. You study body language like a detective. Your nervous system never sleeps. It stands guard 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, waiting for the next attack, the next criticism, the next shift in mood, the next punishment. You became a human radar detecting threats that may not even exist, but you cannot turn it off. The switch is broken, because once it was real, and your body remembers what your mind tries to forget. It remembers every sudden outburst, every cold shoulder, every silent treatment, so it stays ready, always ready. The fourth mark is guilt. Not normal guilt, not guilt that comes from doing something wrong. This is guilt that lives in your bones. Guilt for existing, guilt for having needs, guilt for feeling anything at all, guilt for wanting more, guilt for wanting less. They taught you that your pain was selfish, that your boundaries were cruel, that wanting respect was asking for too much, that needing space was abandonment, that having feelings was manipulation. Now you apologize for breathing. You apologize for taking up space. You apologize for having thoughts. You apologize for being human. The word sorry became your default setting. The fifth mark is confusion. Your reality was rewritten so many times, you stopped trusting it. What you saw was not what they said you saw. What you felt was not what they said you felt. What you remembered was not what they said happened. Your memory became unreliable. Your perception became questionable. Your truth became fiction. They made you doubt the one thing that should be solid. Your own experience. Your own senses, your own mind. Now you second-guess everything. Was it really that bad? Did I overreact? Did I imagine it? Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the crazy one. This confusion does not end when they leave. It stays. A permanent fog in your brain. The sixth mark is emptiness. You gave so much of yourself trying to fix what was broken. Trying to be good enough, trying to be perfect enough. Trying to earn love that was never available. You poured yourself out. Drop. Drop. Until the well ran dry. Now there is a void where you used to be. You look inside and find nothing. No desires. No dreams. No passions. No sense of who you are without them. You became a supporting character in your own life, an extra in your own story. And when they left, or you left, you realized you do not know how to be the main character anymore. You forgot your own preferences, your own goals, your own identity. The seventh mark is fear. Not fear of something specific. Fear of everything. Fear of nothing. Fear of making decisions. Fear of being happy because happiness invites punishment. Fear of success because it might threaten someone. Fear of failure because it proves you are worthless. Fear of connection because it might hurt again. Fear of loneliness because it confirms you are unlovable. Fear of love because love became pain. Fear of anger because anger is dangerous. You walk through life on eggshells that never end. Every step could be the wrong one. Every choice could be the mistake. Every day could be the day it all falls apart. The eighth mark is numbness. You felt too much for too long. The pain was constant, relentless, suffocating. So your system shut down. It was not a choice. It was survival. Emotions became dangerous. Joy made you vulnerable to disappointment. Sadness made you weak. Anger made you the villain. Love made you the target. So you stopped feeling altogether. You pulled the plug on your heart. Now you watch your own life like a movie. Present, but not really there. Breathing, but not really living. Safe, but not really alive. You know, you should feel something, but the wires are disconnected. The ninth mark is shame. Deep shame that has no name. Shame that goes beyond words. Shame for what was done to you. Shame for staying. Shame for not leaving sooner. Shame for not seeing it sooner. Shame for still caring. Shame for still missing them. Shame for being damaged. Shame for being broken. This shame does not wash off. It does not fade with time. It is not something you did. It is something you became, a mark they burned into your identity, your core, your soul. The 10th mark is isolation. You pulled away from everyone. Friends stopped calling. Family stopped asking, because explain it felt impossible. Because they made you believe no one would understand. Because trusting anyone became terrifying. Because showing up meant pretending you were okay, and you were too tired to pretend anymore. You built walls so high even you cannot climb them. Now you are safe but alone. Protected but disconnected. Guarded but isolated. You watch other people live normal lives, have normal relationships, feel normal things, and you wonder if you will ever find your way back. If there is a way back, if normal even exists for you anymore. The 11th mark is exhaustion, not the kind that sleep fixes, not physical tiredness. Soul exhaustion, bone deep weariness. You are tired of fighting, tired of healing, tired of explaining, tired of trying to be normal, tired of pretending you are fine. Every day feels like climbing a mountain with no summit. Every interaction drains you. Every decision weighs 1,000 pounds. Every conversation requires energy you do not have. You were not born this tired. You were not born this heavy. They made you this way. Year after year, day after day, moment after moment. The 12th mark is the hardest one to name. It is the loss of self-trust. The deepest wound. You stopped believing in your own judgment, your own intuition, your own worth, your own voice. They convinced you that you were the problem, that your perception was flawed, that your feelings were invalid, that your needs were unreasonable, that your reality was wrong. And even after they are gone, even after you escaped, even after you understand what happened, that voice remains, their voice inside your head, questioning everything you do, everything you feel, everything you are. You do not trust yourself to choose correctly, to feel correctly, to be correctly. These 12 marks are not weakness. They are evidence. Evidence that you survived something that tried to erase you. Something that tried to break you. Something that wanted you small, silent, compliant. Your personality did not break because it was fragile. It broke because someone weaponized love against you. They turned intimacy into a battlefield, safety into a trap, home into a prison. But here is what they did not count on. You are still here, still breathing, still trying, still fighting to find yourself again. These marks do not define you. They are proof you survived, and survival is the first step to reclaiming who you were meant to be. The scars remain, but so do you. Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It motivates me to create 2 videos every day. I am counting on your support. See you in the next video.